Greetings, comrades, and hello, everyone. I'm Quint866, and nothing too big today. I'm not going to be doing anything that special. I'm just going to be showing off my PlayStation library in that bookshelf over there and reviewing each title very shortly to kind of state my opinion on things. I'm not going to be doing anything, that special, or I'm not even going to be showing gameplay of them. But I am going to be saying what I think about certain games, so prepare for me walking up a lot and going to grab games from there. Now, this is a weird pick for my first PlayStation game I ever played when I was 14. And to be fair, maybe not the most appropriate game. Hey man, some of the combat was really, really fun, and some of the bosses were actually pretty fair in my opinion. But God of And yes, I'm doing this in order of how I got the games. So I'm going to be doing this in the order of the games and how I got them. So each in chronological order, in other terms. Now this game is a weird second choice as well. World Series of Poker. And yeah, I know 14-year-olds shouldn't play poker, but I mean, I didn't really know about poker until I played this game. I needed a way to learn without betting actual money. So, to be fair, it's not that bad of a game. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best game, but I like the customization. I like the customization. You can do with your characters, you can do different, bands. I really also like it how the music and the levels are pretty dang I cannot talk today, I'm sorry to say. I like it how the videos God, why can I not talk today? I'm doing so bad on this live stream, and this is my first one. Sorry if I'm new at this. I'm really new at this. Anyways, World Series of Poker was an okay second game. I just felt again, not the best game I've played. But I do like the customization in it. I even named one of my characters, or the first character I made off of a fan fiction character I made. Not enough about me jabbering about this game. Let's keep going. Now, this next game I got for free. No joke, I got it for free, and I was just like, hey, why not? But then I realized how, meh this game was going to be. Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion. And let me tell you, this game was disappointing. It wasn't that good. I mean, here, look on the back. God, why can I'm so used to the camera bringing the other direction. I'm sorry. But anyways, it says, when Retro ends up in a world trouble and there's only one person to call Jet Fusion, and when he's been captured by Diabolical Evil Mastermind never finishes what he starts, you can call on Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. Well, I wouldn't say this time, because, to be fair, Jimmy Neutron in the game world wasn't the best. I mean, SpongeBob in the game world was pretty dang good. Danny Phantom, so-so. Jimmy Neutron, no, not really, in my opinion. But I mean, at least I got it for free and I know what to not play now. Let's move on. Fourth game I ever got. Theme Park Roller Coaster. And you know what? This is one of the few first games I got that I really, really liked. I've always been a fan of theme park games, and I'll get into another one earlier that I think is really underrated and deserves an amazing shout-out. But Theme Park Roller Coaster, even though, yes, it's made by EA, I liked it. I mean, it was a decent theme park builder, and it definitely felt really legitimate for the time. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. connection was unstable for a second. Anyways, Rayman 2 Revolution was a really good game. It was really fair, definitely a lot better than the PS1 in some this. So frankly, I feel like they could have ported to more versions considering how much ports this game gets. But what am I gonna do? I'm not part of sorry, slipped on my hand there. I'm not part of Ubisoft, but still a good game nonetheless. Okay, this is a game that is going to be weird when I bring up another game of the similar category, but why does no one ever talk about this game? I think it's pretty dang good. Enter the Matrix is a hidden gem, in my opinion. I mean, it's one of the greatest Matrix games, if not the greatest, of the few out there. And I'll get to the reasons why I prefer it over another Matrix game later. Well, I mean, because I got the next Matrix game immediately after this one. And I can safely say I prefer this one mainly because the combat was a bit more fluid. I liked some of the replayability. I also really, really liked, excuse me, I really liked the fact that you could play as two characters. And yes, the two characters are Ghost and Niobe and not Neo. But that's not a reason to call this game garbage, because it's a good game. It's a really fantastic game. And its fighting with, like, shooting elements in it is pretty dang solid, in my opinion. And one thing that a lot of games today have to replicate really carefully, like, in a lot of games today with fighting, like, close combat fighting and shooting, which isn't too often now, considering all the Fortnite and Team Fortress 2 and all those big just shooter games. And The Matrix, in my opinion, did this formula quite well. But enough for me. Bleh. Enough about me jabbering. Let's go on to the next game. Another Matrix game, in case you didn't figure it out yet. Now, this is the only other Matrix game I've heard of. I've even looked it up, and this is like literally the only other Matrix game other than Enter the Matrix. And as much as it disappoints me to say this, I prefer Enter the Matrix over Path of Neo. It's just the harsh reality, people. I mean, Path of Neo, it's great to play as Neo, but that does not redeem some of the quirky aspects this game has. For instance, shooting in this game is more problematic. Like, in Enter the Matrix, you could just click into first person and then hit like a trigger or a button just to shoot your gun. What do you have to do in this game? You have to hold one trigger or bumper, I think, to pull out the gun, another trigger or bumper to aim it, and then finally one more just to shoot it. That's weird if you think about it. Like, just want to press 3 buttons, and not all at once, but 1, 2, 3 in order is kind of difficult. I mean, you can shoot over and over just as long as you have the first 2 buttons, you click 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 all over again, or as many times as you need. But when you run out of ammo, then you're going to need to do it all over again. And that happens a lot in this game. It's a good game. I mean, I just prefer Enter the Matrix, and that's just the world I live in. Let's move on to the next game. Alright, this game is pretty self-explanatory, but I'll go into some reasons why I thought it was okay, but just not the best. Capcom Classics Collection, I was excited to pick this up. Like, there's plenty of great games in here. Street Fighter, Ghosts and Goblins, Gunsmoke, 1942. Great games. But what's disappointing is the lack of any Mega Man games. If there's any game, in my opinion, that should get the Capcom name devoted to it, it's Mega Man. Because Mega Man is my favorite video game of all time. I mean, next to another game, which I could get onto later on this list, which I've done another video on. I honestly think Mega Man is my favorite video game, not only because it has relatable characters and a ton of options, it's just a brilliant concept overall. And with this game having the Capcom logo and not including Mega Man, kind of doesn't sell it for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, the game is still good. I do love it. You can play as Street Fighter. I love it. You can play as, Ghosts and Goblins, 1942, Gunsmoke. Some games like that are great. But with the lack of Mega Man, it just isn't worth it. I mean, if you like games like 1942 and Street Fighter, that's your deal. But, I mean, those games are easily emulatable. Anyways, let's move on to the next game. One of the greatest PlayStation 2 games I've ever played is right here, Kingdom Hearts. And yeah, I'm not going to be saying much about this game because we kind of all know a lot about Kingdom Hearts. But what I will admit is that Kingdom Hearts is a phenomenal game. It is as good as everyone says it is. Because, I mean, not only is it innovative and really, really fun, but it was a concept that done. How do I say this? It was a concept that didn't seem like it would work. Final Fantasy and Disney mixed together, which, yeah, doesn't sound like it would work, but it sure as heck did with Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I love the fighting, I love the combat, and even though the Phantom boss fight I declared was the scariest thing of my childhood,